Hello, welcome. I'm happy to be here with you today. I'm Dr. Laura Grunwald, and I will be your instructor for HPS 493, the Public Health Internship course, and this is the Getting Started video. So let's begin. Please note that the video is narrated and includes sound, so you can adjust your sound as needed, and or you can view this with closed captioning, which is available through the YouTube viewing option on publichealth.arizona.edu/undergraduate/internships. As I said, I'm Dr. Laura Grunwald, and I'm really excited to be with you for your internship experience this semester. I love doing this kind of work because I know how valuable it is for students in so many ways. I have supported students in these kind of engaged learning experiences at the U of A in the past. I've also worked at a community organization here in Tucson, and so I've had U of A interns. So I've seen this from both sides of the equation, and I'm here to help you throughout your internship experience. I love helping students experience the real world and apply the concepts that they've learned in their classes to real world problems in agencies and with community partners. And this really helps you launch your career into a public health field. And that's the most important thing about this. It really helps you figure out what you're looking for career-wise. You're going to gain a lot of valuable experience in your internship and at your agency site. And so just know that I'm here for you, so don't hesitate to reach out at any point. Doing that via email is going to be the easiest way to get that ball rolling. My email is laurag1@email.arizona.edu, and I have appointments by office hours by appointment, and those appointments we can do in person, by phone, or by video conferencing, whatever's going to be the easiest and most helpful to you. So like I said, feel free to reach out to me at any point, and really don't hesitate, because I want to help you celebrate successes. I want to help you problem solve, and if there is a challenge that arises, I want to be here to help you strategize around that. If that does happen, let's try and address it as soon as you have a sense that something needs to be addressed, because usually things are minor and we can smooth over, and really you can demonstrate your internship site, your problem solving skills and communication skills too. So I'm happy to be a resource, as I said, and this semester we have about 90 students participating in this HPS internship experience. Before we get started, I want to read this land acknowledgement statement from U of A. The University of Arizona sits on the original homelands of indigenous peoples who have stewarded this land since time immemorial. Aligning with the university's core value of a diverse and inclusive community, it is an institutional responsibility to recognize and acknowledge the people, culture, and history that make up the Wildcat community. At the institutional level, it's important to be proactive in broadening awareness throughout campus to ensure our students feel represented and valued. I'm going to do a quick overview of the things that this Getting Started video will cover, and that includes shared expectations between you as the student, me as the instructor, and your preceptor, who is your site supervisor on your internship. Responsibilities that you have, responsibilities that I have, and responsibilities that your preceptor has, assignments for this internship, some common questions and experiences that happen during the HPS internship, and advice from some of your peers who have already completed this internship experience. So in terms of shared expectations, the internship manual really functions as your syllabus, and that includes the information that you will need to earn the grade that you would like from this internship experience. Not only is this an applied experiential learning outside of the college, but it's also an academic course with assignments, just like any other course you're getting credit for. In terms of your work plan, this is the work plan that you created with your agency, where you identified a public health learning experience and that we approved. So this is a good time to reread your work plan, review it, refresh your memory. I would also recommend that you share this again with your preceptor to refresh their memory too. That'll be a good way to get things started and get the communication loop going with your preceptor at your internship site. If your internship plan has changed, that's okay. That happens, but it is really, really important that you reach out to me to explain if your internship work plan does change, just so I can help to ensure that the experience you're having is still public health related, and that's really crucial to this experience. So we really want to make sure that the real life experience you're getting is in the public health realm. So make sure you loop me in and share any changes to your work plan as they occur. The other thing I want to go over in terms of shared expectations is the enrollment in the number of units that you're taking for this internship experience. So you're either enrolled in 6 units, which is 250 contact hours, or 3 units, which is 125 contact hours. So what does this mean, and is there this number of contact hours? Well, it's university policy that has been determined for all internships across the university that 45 hours of effort per unit of enrollment must be recorded. So if you were to do the math, 6 units times 45 hours of effort is actually 270 contact hours for the semester. So we've already gone ahead and reduced that to 250 contact hours because we count different internship hours, because there's going to be about 20 hours that you're going to dedicate to your academic coursework for the HPS 493 internship. So because of that academic component, you'll be completing those other assignments. And the thing to keep in mind in terms of when your internship contact hours can count is the first day you can start recording contact hours for your internship is August 26th, the first day of classes, and the last day you can record hours is December 11th. Keep in mind that we have Thanksgiving break this semester, so it's really up to your agency and its availability when you're going to be working during that week. So be sure to communicate with them now about the expectations. Some students expect to leave during Thanksgiving break during a regular semester, but your internship may very likely expect that you'll be working Monday through Wednesday. So be sure to check in with them and make sure it's clear and that you initiate that communication now. So the first and last day, again, you'll have that communicated with your agency. So it's important to remember also that these are averages, that you will assume your internship starts on the 26th and that continues through December 11th with no planned time off. So on average, 6 units of internship credit will average 17 hours per week. And on average, 3 units of internship credit will average 8.5 hours per week. So you're going to want to make your own plan. This is just an average. So you may do less hours one week, you may do more hours another week. So if you do a lot of hours at the front end of your internship, you also may end up ending your internship early if you get a lot of work done early in the semester. The important thing is that you and your preceptor are on the same page about your schedule. So talk to your preceptor now at the beginning of the internship about your plans for fall, your internship hours and the flow of those hours, and that your plans and their plans will work together. So I know when I was supervising interns, I could anticipate sometimes from the preceptor side of things that there would be more hours during one week versus another, and so I would just make sure that I was communicating that with the intern, and you really want to take ownership over that as the intern to make it easy for your preceptor. So a note on the hours. In addition to contact hours, students are expected to spend an additional 20 hours, about 20 hours, working on the internship assignments. There's a variety of assignments that you'll work on, including some reports, a LinkedIn profile, an e-portfolio, and the hours working on these assignments should not be reported in your activity logs and should not count toward your contact hours. We already built into the university minimum effort, so you need to make sure those 20 additional hours are not recorded as your official contact hours. And in terms of how these responsibilities are broken up, we're going to shift gears a little bit here, and I'm going to talk about each of them. So there's the student responsibilities, that's you, the internship instructor, that's me, and the preceptor, that's your agency supervisor or your site supervisor, and all 3 are the main players here in your responsibilities. So here are your responsibilities of the student intern. You want to review the internship manual. You'll be doing that as part of this Getting Started video, and there'll be a quiz as well. You want to work to deliver on your work plan, while also, keeping in mind that it's okay to change that work plan, but just make sure that you keep me informed if that happens and update me if that happens. You want to treat your internship experience like a job. You represent the college, you represent the U of A, and you represent yourself. So you want to make sure that you're doing all of that really well. I'm happy to offer any coaching or suggestions that you might want, and we can meet individually to talk about that, again, in person, over the phone, or via video conferencing. You also want to communicate your needs to your preceptor. So remember, your preceptors aren't going to know what your needs are, or they're not a mind reader. They're not going to be able to anticipate unless you share with them. So let them know if you're going to be 5 minutes late. Of course, you want to try not to be late, but you want to let them know if you will be. If you're not feeling well, if you need a sick day, you want to communicate that. So you want to ask their expectations about sick days, and you want to have those conversations early to help set the tone for your internship and also set you up for success. You also want to complete all your required assignments by the posted deadlines. Remember, this is important because you're earning academic credit for this experience, so you have to complete all of the assignments on time. So responsibilities of the preceptor. Remember, the agency is the place where you're interning, and the preceptor is the site supervisor at your agency who will sign off on your work plan. And they will also mentor you as an intern, answer any questions, and resolve any issues you might have or things that you're experiencing. They're your point of contact, but they're also my point of contact. So sometimes I touch base with the internship preceptor or your site supervisor, and I just want to be in the loop if anything's going on, either from their side of things or from your side of things. So if there's any issues to report. They will also complete a midterm and final evaluation, and they'll also sign off on your final activity log. So we all want to be in communication throughout the entire learning experience, so that no one's taken by surprise and that everything goes really well in your internship experience. The responsibilities of the internship instructor, that's me. I will serve as an ongoing contact for you and your preceptor, so any information that you share with me is confidential, and that's really important. So I will only share with your preceptor or agency any information you have given me explicit permission to share. Know that you can come to me with any questions. Don't hesitate, and don't be worried that I'll share information with your preceptor. It will be very clear between you and me if any information that you share with me confidentially will be communicated to the preceptor. I will also grade your internship assignments, and I'm the one who assigns your final internship grade. So I want to take a minute here just to recognize you're human, which means that mistakes happen. Every semester, students find themselves in situations they didn't expect to be in, but they happen. We never expect that something's going to happen. That does at times. So reach out to me if something happens that was unexpected. I'm here to help process and to help get through that experience. Usually, as I was saying earlier, it's something small and easy to fix or to solve. It may just require a face-to-face conversation or a quick email that lets your preceptor know or lets me know what's going on. I also want to acknowledge that you're learning, which means you don't know everything. I certainly don't expect you to know everything, and I'm confident that your preceptors don't expect that you know everything yet either. So keep in mind, I'm in your corner. I'm here to help process your learning, your mistakes, your successes, all in your endeavor to be a good human and to be a good intern. So I'm here for you through all of the aspects of this experience. Every semester, I talk to students to celebrate successes and strategize around the challenges that they're experiencing, and it's really one of the things I enjoy the most about being the internship instructor and working with students, is just being here for you. So it's okay to ask for help. That's another thing that I want to acknowledge. That's why I have my role in this job. So some examples about really, acknowledging our humanity and acknowledging that we make mistakes sometimes are balancing. So balancing the internship and other responsibilities. This can be a lot for students. This is a new experience. If you're doing a 6-unit internship, that's finding an extra 17 hours in your week, which can be challenging. So reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns about how to balance your internship with other responsibilities in your life. I'm also here to help you solve problems around having difficult conversations. Anybody that's worked in any job has had this experience. So you can have the conversation with me first. We can practice. I can help you plan for it. If you need to raise concerns with a preceptor or another mentor, you may find someone, so let me rephrase that. If you need to raise concerns with your preceptor, you may be able to find another mentor at your job site that can help you do that. And if you don't know how, I am a safe space for you to come and practice so we can strategize together. I'm also here to help you learn how to manage uncomfortable situations that may arise. A situation at a site that makes you feel uncomfortable in your gut for whatever reason, come and talk to me. We can problem solve, we can strategize together so that it can be less uncomfortable and hopefully so it can be comfortable again. And again, this is part of your learning experience, so please know that you can lean on me through this aspect as through all aspects. I am also here to help you process your learning through cultural humility. So you've maybe heard of cultural competence or cultural awareness. Cultural humility is recognizing that nobody can be an expert in another person's culture. And so even though we can't be experts in other people's cultures, we should still try our best to understand, recognize, and acknowledge cultures. I'm still learning how to do this. This is a lifelong endeavor. And it's why people refer to something like this as a practice, because we are always doing it and we never get to the finish line. So something around cultural competency, cultural humility, things are changing. We're constantly learning new things. So please know that I'm here to help you with this. I want to help you through your processing at whatever phase you're at, and we will learn together. I'm here to help you as you learn through the entire experience, and this is a big part of any job situation in 2019. Finally, don't hesitate to lean on me. It is 100% okay to ask for help. I've asked for help many times in many jobs. It's part of my job here. It's why I love doing this kind of work with students, and it brings together the applied learning that you are doing on the internship with the larger cultural work and processing that we're all doing to improve our communities. That's why we're in public health. So please come to me with any questions you might have. In terms of the academic side of things, this is how you're going to help process your learning. Part of how we process is through our assignments. And so as soon as you're done with this video, you'll do the Getting Started quiz. That's the first assignment. You'll also have an early check-in assignment, a foundational report, a networking discussion, which is an opportunity to connect with some other students in the class. You will have a midterm activity log, a midterm evaluation reflection. You will have an e-portfolio. You'll have a final activity log, a final evaluation, and in that final evaluation, you'll complete an official student evaluation of the internship. You'll again have an opportunity to reflect on your experience at the end of the semester after you get that final evaluation and a final record. Note that you will have an opportunity to discuss your midterm and your final evaluation with your preceptor, and that there's a lot of learning in here. So it's really designed, though, to not be busy work. And it's designed to inform and supplement your on-site experience so you make sure that you are having a really positive public health experience. Students in the past have said that they really appreciate these assignments and appreciate that they're not busy work assignments. So I will be open to your feedback at the end of the semester. Let me know if you agree with previous students or if I can improve the experience for future students as well. Here is an example of the grading rubric so that you can earn the grade that you'd like to through this class. You will have all of this in your internship manual. You can look carefully. You can see that superior, pass, and fail are the grades that are earned in this class, and that for each assignment there's a sense for how to earn a superior, how to earn a pass, and how you would earn a fail. There are assigned points that you earn to get the grade that you'd like to have throughout the semester. The first assignments are reading the internship manual and taking the Getting Started quiz after you finish this video, and to start documenting your internship work using the activity log, which is provided on the D2L course site. So here's an example of a screenshot from our D2L course site. This gives you an idea where to find the internship manual, the activity log, and the Getting Started quiz. Here's a screenshot of the internship manual itself. Remember, again, this is the syllabus for the course, so it's really important for you to read through it, and just make sure you've got a copy of it handy, or that you know how to access it easily through D2L so you can reference it easily. The activity log there's a template provided on the D2L site, so you'll want to make sure you use that, and you'll include a short summary of what you did each week and how the work is related to public health. It's important that you do this at the end of each week and not that you wait several weeks to do it, because part of the learning process is really this checking in, this tracking of your progress, and this reflection that you'll do each week in the activity log. At the end of the internship, your activity log hours, your logged hours must equal the units enrolled. So you'll have 125 hours logged in your activity log for a 3-unit internship, and you'll have 250 hours recorded in your activity log for a 6-unit internship. And all these, as I mentioned earlier, will be verified and emailed by your preceptor at the midterm and end of the semester. So sometimes students like to know what counts and what doesn't count in terms of what you should record on your activity log. So in terms of what counts, examples of what you should include, that would be hours you're actually working at your agency site, if you are traveling to an agency event during your regularly scheduled hours, and or you're working on an approved project at home. So I know that I sometimes approved students working on projects at home to save them that commute time when we had established the internship hours and we had established a relationship together. So examples of what types of activities don't count, this would be, so for instance, the difference between traveling to your internship site for regular hours and traveling to an agency event or assignment for an internship. So for example, when I go to work in the morning, I don't get to count my time traveling to my job as part of my workday. But when I go to a meeting on campus in the middle of the day, I don't have to clock out, for example, and say from the time I walk from Drachman Hall, where my office is located, to main campus, to say that that time doesn't count. Since it is in the middle of my workday and it's a meeting I'm going to for work, that I get to count that as part of my workday. And that's the nuanced difference between these activities. If you have any questions about travel time, email me so that I can help you understand those nuances and problem solve anything that might be confusing around your specific internship agency and site. You also cannot count hours on your activity log if you are doing your internship assignments, your course assignments. And finally, if you are shadowing physicians, working as a physical therapy tech, or doing any clinical focused activities, you cannot count those on your activity log because that's not public health related, that's clinical health related. So if you have questions about if an activity you're doing at your internship is clinically related, email me and we will figure it out together. So midterm and final evaluations. Your preceptor will complete a midterm and a final evaluation. I will email the link to your preceptor. It's not a surprise to you what is on that evaluation and how you're being evaluated, because there's actually a preview of the evaluation on the D2L course site. So feel free to look at those questions now so you have a good idea on what you'll be evaluated on by your preceptor. Your preceptor completes that, and the intern meets with the preceptor to review and talk about the ratings. So that's important too. that you know that you'll have a chance to talk with your preceptor. And sometimes students are curious about how the evaluations impact their grade. Well, the midterm evaluation is a baseline for you to understand how you're doing so that you can improve, make any adjustments if you're not doing the complete, full expectations of the potential at your internship. So you'll talk about that with your intern preceptor, and then you'll be able to reflect upon that for your assignment. So you get graded on that midterm evaluation reflection, not necessarily on what the preceptor has evaluated at the midterm point. The final evaluation does impact your grade. There are 15 points total for the whole course that are your final internship evaluation, but please note again, you have the opportunity to have that reflection and you will be earning points as well. So just a note on deadlines. There are deadlines associated with all of the different course assignments, so please refer to the internship manual for these deadlines or to the D2L course calendar. The deadlines are pretty firm. Just like there is accountability on a job site, your academic assignment deadlines work the same way. However, life does happen and things come up, so I do have info in the internship manual for if an emergency occurs, what steps you should take to deal with that. So some common questions and experiences that I want to share about here and shift gears a little bit. These all come from students who have completed the HPS 493 internship, and I think it's really helpful to share those so that you can benefit from their wisdom. So how can I set myself up for a proactive start at my internship site? The best thing to do is set up a meeting with your preceptor during the very first week at your internship site. Or if you're watching this and are already a week in, then email your preceptor to meet with you. This is so that you can, first and foremost, review the work plan to ensure that you're on the same page as far as the goals you want to accomplish for the semester. And two, you want to ask your preceptor any questions about their preferred method of communication so you can know that they want you, for instance, to text them with questions or set up meetings with questions. I mentioned earlier that you may be in a texting relationship where if you're running late, you can text your preceptor so that they're in the loop and they won't have any questions about your commitment to the internship. So that you have a good understanding together about what the expectations are for you and the internship, you want to set up this proactive start right from the start. And you can also ask about your schedule, ask any questions that they have that may have come up since you originally met with them. You can also go over the work plan at this point if you have any questions or you just think that that would be something that would be helpful for you to do. Other students have maybe said they've had a tough time connecting with or communicating with their preceptor, so what should they do? This is one time when it's really good to look around you at the internship to see if there are other people there at your internship site who might be able to mentor you. These people who are not your site supervisor are great resources because they understand your agency and understand your preceptor and might be able to give you some insight and good advice. If you can't connect with a mentor at your site, and even if you are able to, you can always contact me. And really, I encourage you to do that, to keep me in the loop if you have any challenges so we can strategize together and so you can have the best connection possible with your preceptor. Like I said, I've been on both sides of the equation, so I've got a lot of wisdom and perspective that I can share with you as well. And part of the reason I really want you to have a great relationship with your preceptor is because your preceptor may serve as a reference for you in the future someday. So try to get things started off on the right foot. But sometimes things happen, and there is a lack of chemistry between a student and a preceptor, or something has come up that was unexpected. So that's when bringing me in is really going to help so we can problem solve and strategize together. So we can get you on your way with a really good situation, or if something comes up partway through, we can get you back to that really good situation. And finally, a lot of students will want to know, is this internship worth my time? Is it going to be valuable and fun? Students, you may be feeling nervous, wondering if the internship will be everything that you hope for, that you want for. Maybe you've projected this ideal for your internship. I can reassure you that most students report that their internship is the most valuable, most fun part of the public health degree. So I encourage you to give it your all, put yourself out there, really be brave, take some chances, seek an experience that's valuable and fun, Make yourself vulnerable in moments. Again, you can reach out to me. I can help coach you through and talk you through some of those things as you're trying to practice your communication. And if you find yourself stressed out or not having fun, reach out to me and let's problem solve together. Now, some advice from your peers. One of your public health peers says, make it clear what you want to gain from the internship, and if you do not think that you are gaining that from what you are doing, talk with the preceptor and see if you can work together to figure something out. Another peer says, bring your own ideas and creativity to the internship. Do not hesitate to voice them because you can see your ideas come to fruition. A third student says, when working in the community, be as knowledgeable about the subject matter as you can be, but also be honest with yourself and the community about your limitations on the subject matter. Another student says, it's okay not to fully know what is going on in the beginning. It took me a while to get in the groove of everything that was happening at my internship site. A fifth student says, don't hesitate to take advantage of meeting with the internship instructor, Dr. Grunwald. She helped me figure out a problem, and it was so helpful to know I had someone who understood my situation. And finally, a student says, really take advantage of all the community partners. All these different partners could one day lead to a job, so it is important to make a great impression. So I want to just remind you, you have a really cool and fun and dynamic life change ahead. You have some amazing things that are going to happen this semester. There's no doubt in my mind that some of you will walk away from this internship experience with a job, because that happens every semester. It's really exciting. It might not be a job with your direct agency because sometimes students get jobs with community partners, people they've met through their internship experience. So put your best foot forward. Work as hard as you can to leave a lasting, really positive impression on all the people you come into contact with. Don't hesitate to reach out to me so I can support you in striving to be the best person you can be during this experience. Finally, a few required notices. The internship instructor, college, and university are not responsible for any financial obligations, including but not limited to travel, transportation, housing arrangements, medical care for injuries related to the internship experience. And if you have any questions, I just want to reiterate that you can reach out to me, laurag1@email.arizona.edu. Contact me. We'll talk on the phone. We'll meet in person. We'll video conference. This is really one of my favorite parts of my job. I love connecting with students. I love supporting great internship experiences. And if you feel like your internship experience isn't going great, I'm here for you. Let me be a resource to you to help you solve those problems. I'm happy to talk with you, learn about your experience, and I really look forward to connecting with you online. Have a great internship experience.